Today is going to be a great day. I am Nikki G, your host. Welcome to the Lone Doctrine, the food for thought exploration station, and your place in making today better than yesterday. We keep it short, simple, actionable, and practical because time is limited. If you're new to the Lone Doctrine, we're excited to have you, and even more excited to have our dedicated listeners back to wrap up this month. Each month we pick a topic, and this month we've been exploring stress. I encourage you to go back into the archive and listen to all the episodes this month. We explore what stress is, some ways to cope, where to start when it doesn't feel like you have the time, and what may be causing your stress. All important factors when it comes to living a less stressful life. Does all of that stress you out? Sometimes even when exploring the good food for thought, we can feel a sense of overwhelm. We may want to give up, throw our hands up, or even ignore the stress altogether. The problem with that is stress can manifest into many unwanted aspects of our life. We can lash out at our loved ones for no reason. We can get extra frustrated when we're stuck in traffic, even frustrated when we order food. It's taking too long. And when we're in a hurry, there's an old metaphor called kicking the dog. I am in no way about the abuse of animals, which I'm very, very against. The metaphor explains the innocent can sometimes end up being the brunt of our stress. When we put better coping skills into action, we learn how to push through stress rather than letting it manifest and consume us. As you grow, you'll learn to value your time, your genuine relationships, your meaningful work, and peace of mind much more. The strongest sign of your growth is when you no longer are worried or stressed about the menial things that once drained your energy. How do you cope with stress? Have you taken a moment to notice? It's sometimes difficult to step outside ourselves, or in other words, hold up the mirror and, in light of last month's topic, be honest with ourselves. Does your stress manifest? Do you project? It can happen in the most subtle ways and in very obvious ways. Your eating habits can change. You can find yourself not as motivated. You could be lashing out. You could take up bad habits. You could find in reaching out for temporary escapes. The idea that most of society puts out into the world is about living stress-free. I believe that stress is a part of our lives, but the difference in living a peaceful life and a chaotic life is being able to get through the stress in a healthy manner, or the stress can and will take over your life. So, in the idea of getting through stress, let's look at some practical and actionable ways we can take note to get through. One way is about what I just noted. Accepting that stress is a part of life. It might sound like a negative outlook, but it's being able to face the stress and realize it's a setback, a problem, a hardship, or even a challenge, which eventually is an opportunity. What if you took the energy you give to stressing out to turning that into energy that will help you move forward? It may have to happen step by step. It may not be a quick fix. But the truth be told, if you have time to freak out, stress out, you have time to flip the script. Another point inside the last point is taking things one step at a time, or even one thing at a time. For those of us who are under constant day-to-day stress, it can sometimes feel so heavy that it's almost unbearable. Whether it's work, family, friends, life changes, health issues, loss, or even all of the above, sometimes it can get really hard. The opposite of overwhelm is action. Starting with making a list. Even just a list of your daily to-dos is a great place to start. When you start to check off your list, it not only will visually show you that the stress of your day is lessening, but it will also give you a sense of success, which will motivate you forward. And let's explore even deeper with the busy person's guide to reducing stress, This is the excuse I hear the most. I am too busy. Stress is one of the biggest causes of health problems in many people's lives. It can cause heart disease, depression, anxiety attacks, sleep problems, autoimmune disease, weight problems, and more. But we're busy. You're busy. How do we drop the stress levels down while still getting our jobs done, taking care of ourselves and our families? The busy person might not have any time for week-long meditation retreats, mini vacations, or weekly counseling sessions. So what can be done? I'm going to be brief about this. There are 5 small things you can do, a few shifts in your mindset, a couple actions to take only for a couple minutes. These won't solve the most severe stress problems, but they will help most of us. Number 1, be complete in one task. Instead of being in the stressful task switching mode, take your next task, let everything else go, and just be in the moment with this one task. Let yourself be immersed in this one task, letting go of the feeling that you need to quickly rush through it, that you need to get on to the next task. There will always be a next task. The nature of task lists is that they're never ending. So let those other tasks come later. Just be in one task, like it's your entire universe. Number 2, see your ideals and let go of control. Fear is causing you to be stressed, not external factors like your job or family problems. Those external things are just a part of life, but they become stressful when you fear failure, fear people won't like you, fear you're not good enough, fear abandonment, and so on. This fear is based on some ideal, and you fear not getting that ideal. You have an image that you're going to succeed, be perfect, have people like you, be comfortable all the time. These ideals are a way to be in control of the world that you don't actually control, but they're hurting you by causing you fear and stress. Instead, let go of control. Be okay with chaos and uncertainty, and trust that things will work out. You'll fear less, and you'll be less stressed. Number 3, accept people and smile. We get upset at other people because they don't meet our ideals and how they should act. Instead, try accepting them for who they are and recognizing that, like you, they're imperfect and seeking happiness and struggling with finding happiness. They're doing their best. Accept them, smile, and enjoy your time with this person. Number 4, take a brief walk. When things are getting stressful, take a 2 to 3 minute walk and clear your mind. A short walk does wonders. And number 5, do short mindfulness practices. You don't have to meditate for 30 minutes to get the benefits of mindfulness. You can do a quick body scan in 10 seconds. You can pay attention to your breath for 30 seconds. You can watch your thoughts, fears, ideals for a minute. You can walk mindfully, paying attention to your body, your feet, your breath, your surroundings as you walk. You can do each of these kinds of mindfulness practices in little bits throughout the day. I should note that many people cope with stress in unhealthy ways, like alcohol, smoking, drugs, unhealthy eating, lashing out at people, watching TV, procrastinating. Ironically, these cause more stress. Instead, learn to cope without these crutches. Do whatever you can to find healthy ways to cope with stress, because stress truly has the highest fatality rate in most parts of the world. Most of us are overstressed, and it does not do good for the body. Do not pass it on. If you found value in the Lone Doctrine, we would be so grateful for your support. We've partnered up with Patreon, which is a place where you can help us stay on air and keep our doors open in supporting our listeners in making today better than yesterday. Thank you so much for your consideration, your support, and a special thank you to our current Patreons who make the Lone Doctrine possible. We hope to see you at patreon.com/Lone Doctrine. patreon.com/Lone Doctrine. If you're someone that likes helping others, we'd love for you to share this episode or our podcast. We hope to keep building a community that can explore all the food for thought life has to offer and continue to lift each other up, because together we are better. Thank you for your consideration in supporting the Lone Doctrine at patreon.com/Lone Doctrine, and an awesome extra thank you to our current Patreons. And in all honesty, we love you, and keep fighting the good fight.
It's